A Fox 35 Health Alert tonight, a couple of new cases, or after a couple of new swine flu deaths this week. We know that a lot of you are wondering whether or not you should get the swine flu vaccine soon. Well, we did some digging and found that there's something in both the swine flu shot and the nasal spray that might make you saying, no thanks. Fox 35's Tom Johnson breaking it down for you.
Well, what we found is not deadly. However, it does raise some very serious philosophical and theological questions. It has to do with religious dietary laws that forbid Seventh-day Adventists, Jews, and Muslims from consuming anything that contains pork. Swine flu vaccine is here at clinics and doctors' offices across Central Florida. The Centers for Disease Control says the vaccine is your best bet for protection from the virus. Fox 35 has learned there's an ingredient in the swine flu vaccine, both the injectable and the mist, which raises questions whether either is permissible under certain religious dietary laws. The ingredient is hydrolyzed porcine gelatin. It's right on the side of the vaccine box. The CDC tells Fox 35 both nasal and injectable H1N1 vaccines contain hydrolyzed porcine gelatin and that it is a pork byproduct used to promote temperature stability and allow for refrigerated storage. David Kay is Associate Rabbi at Orlando's Congregation Ohev Shalom. He says Jewish dietary laws forbid eating pork. But Kay says the injectable vaccine is fine because you do not eat it. The mist, though, goes in through the nose and could drip down your throat.
It's not a food. You won't take the mist and say, so that's what pork chops taste like. That's not going to happen, even if you swallow some. And the other thing is, it's a medication. You're doing this for your personal benefit.
The Florida Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church has a similar reaction, that the vaccine is utilizing medication for the good of the patient, and they do not equate using the vaccine to eating pork. Rabbi Kay agrees and also believes some will still stay away from the swine flu vaccine on religious grounds.
If someone is convinced that they would somehow be in violation of a religious law, even though they may not be particularly observant otherwise, they'll do it.
Now, I just talked with the national headquarters for the Seventh-day Adventist Church up in Maryland a little while ago. They tell me the head of their health ministry, a doctor, was just talking to employees this morning about the swine flu shot and assured them there's no swine or pork in it. However, because of our story and our phone call, the church says it will investigate hydrolyzed porcine gelatin further, and until they come up with some answers, they're not going to comment any further. Now, coming up at 5:45, we'll get at the truth behind claims that there is one type of holistic remedy that you can take instead of the swine flu vaccine that will protect you from the virus. In Apopka, Tom Johnson, Fox 35 News at 5.
Tom, thanks. It's not just pork products that could be a problem if you're allergic to eggs. Don't bank on getting a swine flu vaccination. Here's why.
If you eat eggs and you break out with hives, we don't want to give you vaccine. It's that simple. Because that's the way these vaccines are made. They have an egg-based system in the manufacturing process, and sometimes the protein from the eggs gets into the vaccine, and that can make people allergic to it.
Well, now that we've covered what you can't get, we have some good news about flu health. It's free. Winn-Dixie will now fill antiviral drugs, Tamiflu, also Relenza, for patients who have little or no prescription insurance. But you need to have a doctor's prescription. I'll talk to the pharmacist at your neighborhood Winn-Dixie for more information.